am Red Cyclone! Aria!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Lee Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on?
Chillin', Mark. This week, I know we have to continue our verdicts, so we have Spider-Man
Yes.
from 2002. So that is a Sam Raimi joint. You have that later. Bruce Campbell is in that movie.
Yes. Most of the cast of Xena is in that movie.
Yeah, his brother is the guy that keeps trying to get JJJ,
Yeah.
to sign for something about Page 6. That's
Yeah.
all I know. That's all I know.
He's supposed to. I forgot the person he's supposed to play. There's the actual character that he's playing.
Oh, that's an actual. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Lucy Lawless is in it. She's the chick that said, "Oh, a guy with 8 legs. Sounds fun."
That was Lucy Law. I didn't.
Lucy
Yeah.
Lawless.
Okay. That was enough to disguise her from me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I didn't catch
we
it.
got like some cast of Xena in there. A lot of Star Wars stuff got announced this Friday. So Friday kicked off the premiere of Obi-Wan Kenobi and also Star Wars Anniversary. So there was a lot of things that were announced, a lot of things that were showcased. One thing that I'm extremely excited about is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is the sequel to Fallen Order that came out 2 years ago with on the PS4. It's going to be a straight PS5, Xbox Series X game. It's going to continue the story of Fallen Order, so I'm excited for that one because Respawn did an amazing job with that game.
They confirmed it's the same team and everything.
Yep, Respawn.
Good.
Yeah.
Did they say anything about can they make Titanfall? Was that them? Yeah, that was them.
So this was a Star Wars showcase. So there's no news on Titanfall.
No, but I'm just saying, have they been speaking recently? Have they said anything?
No, they haven't.
Which part 3?
I wanted part 3. I really, really enjoyed part 2. So,
Yep.
if you want a really good game that's under $10 and will give you the feelings and also an awesome experience of being in a mech, Titanfall 2 is your game.
100% agree.
Yes, I think it's like $7.99 now.
Yeah, and you can get it with all the DLC. Do it. Why not?
Yeah, it's a very good game, and it's Optimus Prime talking robot.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, definitely check it out. But they announced that. They announced all the new Disney Plus shows. They should announce Endor that's coming this year. They announced Ahsoka and Mandalorian Season 3 are next year. Mandalorian Season 3 is going to be in February. Ahsoka is going to be later on the following year. They announced the next actual theatrical movie is going to be directed by Taika Waititi, which is the director of Thor Ragnarok and God of Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing their first theater movie that is going to come out next year. So that's going to be the first movie of Star Wars coming out since the last one, the Skywalker saga. So don't know what it is, but we'll find out soon enough. Is
this the first time they announced the movie and did not say trilogy, or did they say trilogy?
They just said movie. They did not say trilogy. They didn't say nothing like
Okay.
that. I think the person that's doing the next trilogy they have someone doing the next trilogy.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I cannot think of the person that's directing it right now. But I know they did announce someone's doing the next trilogy. But his movie is gonna come out first, so that'll be the next theatrical movie that's coming out.
Okay.
And so far, I like his style of directing, so I'm all for it. It'll be good.
They're from what else? Oh, wait, you just said everything they're from. Okay.
Yeah, Thor,
okay.
Ragnarok, and God.
I
Love and Thunder.
did enjoy that one. I did
Yeah.
enjoy that one.
I'm looking forward to the new one. The new one looks really good.
Oh, okay.
It's in July.
All right, that's not far.
Nope. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the new one. I think the new one looks really good. The character Gore the God Butcher is a very interesting character, so I really want to see what they do with him and how they portray him, how they put him, because in the comic books he has connections to the symbiote.
What do you mean?
So Gore the God Butcher came out like 2012. So the sword, the black sword he uses, is connected to the symbiote Null, and he has like the same power. He has something connection of the power to what Null has. Null's like the king of the symbiotes and shit, and probably the most powerful character that Marvel made like recently. So Gore the God Butcher has symbiote connections because his hatred, the symbiote like bonded with him easily, and they gave him a sword and he could destroy planets, he destroyed gods, he kills gods and shit like that. But when you actually learn his story and reason why he does it, you're like, I understand him. And I don't think
was he
wrong.
Before?
So he was just an alien.
That?
He's like an alien. He's alien raced, and his planet was very like religious and stuff like that. So they prayed to the gods to do everything. So their planet got destroyed. His family died in his hands, and he asked the gods for help, and the gods just betrayed him and did not help him whatsoever. They said he's useless, and so.
They actually in his story, like, did they actually speak to him, or is this like?
Yeah, they said like he's not important enough for them to help.
Oh man, that's messed.
So
Jeez,
he was like, and then his hatred grown strong, and his hatred was so strong that Null wasn't a part of the universe just yet. He wasn't created in the Marvel comic yet, but the gods of symbiote, the dark gods of darkness, bonded with him because of his hatred. And then he became so powerful that he could kill a god.
Okay.
And so he goes and gets revenge on the gods that fucking betrayed him.
Now, are they anybody known?
So he killed.
Were they also like created for the purpose?
Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there. Some of them were like more like Hercules and Zeus and shit like that. Then there's also like the Thors. It took 3 different Thors to beat him.
But do they all come from something that already exists, or are they also like they just made these stores up?
Nah, there's one book that he debuted in, and that's where everything came from.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So a lot of things actually. So are they? Do you get the feeling that this new movie is going to take that stuff, or is it not really going to get there?
I think it's going to play with it. I think it's gonna have some of its story, because Taika Waititi took even Ragnarok, they kind of had a Planet Hulk-ness to it as well. So he does play with a lot of things from the comic books and stuff like that. So I feel like we're gonna get plays with it, but I don't think it's gonna be a symbiote connection.
Okay.
Because, but then again, if you watch No Way Home, you know that the symbiote is in the MCU. So. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? But I don't think he's gonna have the symbiote connection. The way I think the way that the character is, I don't think he's gonna be very directly to that character.
Well, I mean, if they want to keep it current, I mean, is there a reason they shouldn't?
Just because they don't have anything with the symbiote yet. So that's that.
Well, if you think of it this way, if they do the work now, doesn't that make the ground easier because you may know potentially? Okay, people know what that is.
See,
so now it exists in the technically in the movie.
I don't think a lot of people know of Noah unless you're like a current Marvel reader kind of thing.
Well, wouldn't that also introduce you to the character? Because if you never heard the name and they mention the name in passing,
that'd be dope.
Doesn't that mean he's real? Like, that's it. That's all it took was one word, and bam, he's real.
I'll love to see that. I'll love to see that, especially because Venom. It would be a big thing for Venom and his character, especially going into the MCU. But who knows? I'll take it. If it does, it does, and I'll be extremely happy about it. If it doesn't, then I understand it as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I'm just saying because, like, okay, when it comes to the people of that type of power level, right?
Yeah.
who do you trust to write those stories?
Yeah, it's true.
Like that's why I'm like, is this guy? Do you think he's a guy who should be writing people of that power level?
I think he can, but that also comes to the complication of having to really. So if you explain no, you need to actually explain what he is and the symbiote connection. Right now in the MCU, we have the only thing we have of the symbiote connection is the last thing of No Way Home. But other than that, there's nothing really. They never mentioned it. Null is nowhere. But then again, Null was like in the void for many, like for millions of years. Like he was alive before existence. And his funny thing is, he just wants to sleep, and people woke his ass up, and that's why he wants to murder everybody. And I understand him.
So he's really just a giant cat.
He's like, go, good night, quiet.
What was that from? Wasn't that the? Didn't they parry that as a dog?
Yeah.
They did, yes.
I want quiet. But yeah, Noel's an interesting character. The Knight in Black is actually a really good storyline. When they brought him into the Marvel Universe, he was a very interesting story. He was the god of symbiotes, and like he took over Venom. This is why Venom became like a godlike character recently. So there's a lot of story there. It's a lot of good stuff. So if you have the Marvel Ultimate Universe app right now, I think it's like a penny to start for the month. Because Doctor Strange, I think the code is Strange, and you can get it for a penny. No, 99 cents for the month.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Scott Steiner don't like it, but that's too bad.
Scott Steiner's like, no, don't read shit.
Nope.
So yeah. So I'm interested. Let's see where that goes.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, just the implications. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We went to a Star Wars exhibit yesterday. It's called The Fans Strike Back, which is a fan-made Star Wars exhibit. It was on 6th Avenue, 14th Street. What used to be an Urban Outfitters. I know for a fact that was an Urban Outfitters. And it was like a 2-floor exhibit. It kind of looked like a bunch of hot toys and some big-ass statues. That's pretty much what they had. And it had like a virtual reality station that you could sit down, and it's like you're flying in the spaceship, and the chair kind of reacts to everything you're doing. It was actually pretty cool. Got a free lightsaber, got a free picture. It was a cool little experience. I enjoyed it very much. We went with shout outs to Tenacious T.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Did you see anything you haven't seen before?
No, it kind of went in the order of the movies, and then it kind of went to the Star Wars Legacy at the end. So like anything that's in the books or comic wise, the characters from there, they kind of had little showcases for them too.
So it was like not really just a showcase, but was it also like a tribute or something? Like, was there an anniversary for a reason?
Because the anniversary was on Friday.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think it's running. I think it's running all the way to the end of June.
Well, that makes sense. I guess they want people to go by and see it.
Yeah, so it was cool.
Okay,
Never check it out. It's called Fans Strike Back.
Gotcha.
It was cool. And also we took a trip to Forbidden Planet. Usually I can't, especially we took some pictures, we did some recordings, and we'll probably have it on the YouTube channel soon. I gotta do some edits and just add some music and shit. But other than that, it's cool. I picked up Baxter Stockman, the Super 7 version. So now my Super 7 collection is coming close. And I also found Shredder for $30 on Amazon. Oh,
nice. Is it not in a beat up box or something?
No, it's brand new.
This one fell off the back of a truck.
It's brand new.
What's his name? Oh my God, Dimes and Pennies from NXT.
Yeah,
they find
right? They find in the empty box.
Hey, you want to buy this?
Yes. So I just bought that, so I have another one coming in.
Okay, cool.
Another update. We got a new box of the Hot Ones hot sauces for season 18. So sometime in July, we'll probably have another Twitch special of us trying these hot ones. We're gonna do a little different, just because cooking them and then taking care and focusing the camera and moving everything and helping Jackie set everything up. It was a lot of work, so I got to do it a little differently. But other than that, we'll be doing it sometime in July.
Okay.
There's some really hot ones in there.
Now, is it completely new? Like each and every one of them is in there?
No, there's some that are mainstays. So like the Last Dab is the mainstay, the Bomb is the mainstay. So, but they do change up like at least a good like. So there's 10 sauces. They'll change up maybe 7 out of the 10 sauces.
Okay, got you. Understood.
Yeah, so excited. It's gonna be good. Anything else? I ain't got nothing else.
No, but I want to yell at Capcom because for some reason they celebrated 10 years of Dragon's Dogma, and there's no news of the game, man. What's going on? They're not talking about. Yeah, I'm shaking my fist furiously.
Like, happy anniversary to Dragon's Dogma, but guess what? We got a new Resident Evil game.
I mean, pretty much, right?
Like, I don't want that shit.
I haven't even played the last one with the werewolves, man.
Yeah.
Did you try that one out?
The Village?
Yes.
I have not.
Okay.
My girl played it though. She liked it.
I saw. I've seen nothing but positive stuff about it. So,
and the big lady.
I just want to know when you're gonna have some positive stuff to say about Dragon's Dogma 2 or whatever the hell they're gonna call it,
or any game that's coming out for Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, because what's going on? What's happening?
A redheaded stepchild.
No, they acknowledge it a lot, and it's weird. They acknowledge it more than Darkstalkers.
Yeah, Darkstalkers is just the. It's just
it's in the basement somewhere.
That's what it is. Is the chain child and they fish?
It's under the stairs.
They feed fish heads too.
Especially if they live near the ocean. Oh, that's terrible.
It's like Bart's evil twin.
Oh, was that from the Treehouse of Horror? Or was he a real character?
No, it was Treehouse of Horror. Yeah. That he was in the attic.
But the thing is, it says starting May 2022. Right? Yeah. Dragon's Dogma is celebrating its 10th anniversary. This is official Capcom website. Okay. I'm not making this up. I'm just like, why are you doing this and not announcing anything? There's nothing.
Because
there's a whole YouTube clip. There's everything. So I'm gonna put this link out separately because I think it's insulting. Oh man, it's bad. But anyway. What is up with that? Other than that, I think we should probably just get to the Spider-Man because I didn't see any the EA stuff. Okay. Like they had a presentation of Lord of the Rings. I'm mildly interested because I want to know if it's gonna be somewhat like that last one where you can sneak around and stuff. Like, are they gonna keep any of that?
I don't know. I know they're doing a Golem game.
That's true. No, but they're also supposed to be doing some big. Like it's supposed to be like maybe free to play. Yeah, it is free to play. Okay, it is free to play.
I didn't see none of that.
But it's like some collectible role playing game. But I'm like, are they gonna have? They're saying it's gonna have strategic stuff to it, so I'm a little bit interested in it. Yeah. But I haven't seen anything physically of it.
Okay. No, I haven't.
But I was hoping there's gonna be like another one of that. Okay. I don't even know if they have that studio that made those games.
I don't either. Who knows? They've been trying to merge with people. They're looking to merge with someone.
Talking about EA?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
They've been in talks. I think Disney was one of the people that was actually in talks with them to merge.
I mean, whatever. Just do it.
Hey, man.
Just do it. At this point, everybody just buy everybody, man.
Yeah. It's happening. So, you want to get into this movie?
Yes, sir.
So, our comic book theater presents another verdict. Our movie this week is 2002's Spider-Man.
Who's in this movie? Isn't it Toby McGuire? Isn't it
Yeah.
Toby?
Toby. It's
We found him.
fuck you, Toby.
We finally found him. There he is.
His
Toby.
name is Tony. It's rated PG-13. It is about 2 hours and 1 minute.
Doesn't feel like he dragged.
1 minute. I don't feel like I dragged it. It did pretty well.
Yeah,
2 hours
it
and
did.
1 minute. One. No, one. It came out. Where's the date? I just had the date.
Why is Kazakhstan so high up on this list for the premiere of Spider-Man and not the United States of America? What
I don't.
do you mean?
There's the date it came out. Oh, there you go. Came out May 5th, 2002. I was there, day one. We had a guy dressed as Spider-Man coming out. I'm like, hey, welcome. Thank you for coming. So I'm in there.
Where? At the theater?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Saw it in, I think it was Union Square. I did see that there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
the Regal.
gotcha.
The Regal. Yeah. So, our actors. The starring role were directed by Sam Raimi, which is famous for Evil Dead 2. He did a lot of horror stuff back in the day. He also directed and produced Xena, Warrior Princess.
I like that show.
And,
Was he also Hercules or no?
no, he did not. But I think he directed some episodes, or I think he directed the team up of Hercules and Xena.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Screenplay was made by Dave Klopp. They just have all the writers is Steve Duco and Stan Lee. But this guy is famous for writing for Jurassic Park. He did Stir of Echoes. He did the first Mission Impossible. He did so he did quite a few good movies. And we go into the actors. The actors is Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, Kristen Dunst as Mary Jane Watson, William Dafoe as Green Goblin and Norman Osborn, James Franco as Harry Osborn, Cliff Robertson as Ben Parker, Rosemary Harris as May Parker, J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson, Joe Maggio was Flash Thompson, Gary Becker was Maximum Fargus. I don't know who that is. He's not important. Bill Nunn was Robbie Robertson. I want to see if they actually have the name of the character he was playing. Huffman. That's who he was playing. He was playing our news reporter Huffman, Ted Raimi.
Okay.
And Bruce Campbell, a ring announcer. Elizabeth Bank as Betty Brant, and Macho Man Randy Savage as Bone
Oh
Crusher.
yeah.
I had to put him in there.
And then I was trying to see if any of the ring girls from Macho Man were like Nitro girls or anything.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
They were just brawlers. Some of them.
Oh, there's some of them are from WoW.
Okay.
From WoW at that time.
Cool.
Got you.
Yeah, Bonnet.
I realized now, man, if you couldn't make it past them, you couldn't get to Macho Man.
Yeah.
Why were they were just mean as hell. They were literally about a second or so away. If he had slowed down from allegedly what they were saying, like they were gonna tear him apart.
Yeah, they're all in WoW Women's Wrestling. They're all also cheerleaders in the Replacements.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bonesaw McGraw, Macho Man Randy Savage.
One of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Get down here.
So, I really enjoyed this movie. It's. I remember seeing this in theaters and I was so hyped for it. Spider-Man being one of my favorite characters of all time. So this was the one that I really was hoping it was going to be like outstanding. And it was. It was a really good movie. I see it now. I see the little flaws in it, things I don't like about it. I think Part 2 is the stronger movie of the Raimi collection. But this was a real fun movie. I really enjoyed it.
I remember when it first came out, I had a grudge against it because I didn't. I thought it was gonna be like X-Men.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't watch another one of these. And then I remember Scooby-Doo came out, and I saw Scooby-Doo instead of Spider-Man. It was one night I was at Javstar's house, and Scooby-Doo was on one channel, and Spider-Man was on the other. I was like, nah, man, I can't watch Spider-Man. I can't. And I thought Scooby-Doo at the time was a better movie.
Yeah.
And now I watched this is the first time I've watched this movie from an instant.
Yeah.
So like since the so what 2002?
Yeah.
The entire 20 years I have not watched Spider-Man.
You have not watched the full movie. Oh wow.
I refuse to. Nope.
Okay.
I didn't want to watch it.
So how you feel about this movie now?
Now I watch it. It's all right. It's not bad. There's things I probably like about it that aren't good.
Yeah.
Like I like how cheesy the Green Goblin is.
Yeah.
I like how unnecessarily evil he is. As soon as he gets powers, there's a description now about people like in the COVID era, and they call them goblins, and then there's like now there's funny pictures of animals and it's coded as going goblin mode.
Yeah.
Like where they just don't give a damn anymore.
Yeah.
But as soon as Willem Dafoe gets powers, he puts on a voice and he's just evil. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just kills that guy. I'm like, yo, he pressed the buttons, man. Come on, he helped you out. Why'd you kill him? Damn.
He deserved to die.
And apparently he just left the dead body sitting there. And
Yep.
They just came back and told him. He was like, oh, I'm shocked.
He shouldn't have been talking shit.
It's just, he's the best character in the movie for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it because I like the depiction of Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Like, of Peter Parker. I mean, yeah, you can make the jokes. He's the oldest high schooler, but like that dude that played Flash, he looked like he was way too old to be there.
Oh yeah, he was.
And I don't know. But like, and also just I don't know if it's the dark undertones of the Mary Jane's home life.
Yeah.
Her being around a dude like that.
Yeah.
It's just like the one scene where they take out the trash, where Peter takes out the trash and he sees and she comes out and she's like, oh, you heard that or whatever. And her parents were screaming or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just, she gets in the car with Flash and he's got that new car. And I'm just like, from the time she was talking to him, she just almost turned into a different person when she started talking to Flash. I was like, damn, yo, she got issues.
Yeah. So I remember like actually reading the novel, the book for the movie and stuff like that, and it described her as like she had to put faces on. So when she was with certain people, she would change her outlook on everything and act differently. So when she's home, she's different, and you see that a lot in this movie.
You see it.
Tobey Maguire, he's not my favorite Spider-Man. I like him. I think he's a better Parker than Spider-Man.
I can't really argue.
Yeah.
I don't have.
but I watched every single one. So, but again, for me, it's for Spider-Man. I need the wisecracking. I need the talking shit kind of thing. And he did do it, but he was just more sarcastic with it than actually witty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't that funny.
No, he wasn't.
That's the difference. Like, it was more, he was a victim of everything going on around.
Yeah.
That was kind of the humorous part.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, oh man, watch this guy just bumble through life. Because he decided not to. You know, that scene where they try to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
And he cries. I couldn't stop laughing because not because of his ugly cry face, which that's the first time we see it.
Yeah.
When Uncle Ben gets shot.
Yeah.
But I thought it was so ridiculous that they were trying to teach the lesson of him using his powers, but that was an armed robber.
Yeah.
You can't just stop an armed robber.
Yeah. But they were like, oh, you could have took him out.
Yeah, but he had a gun.
Yeah. You just want me to get shot?
Collateral damage be damned, right? Oh, when they have a fight, hold on, because Scott Steiner, he doesn't approve of this.
Yeah. So Yeah, it's crazy when they do that, especially in that's always been in the comic too, though. That was like always the scene with the wrestling thing that he does the match. He's supposed to get paid. He gets screwed up, so he was like, "Oh, I guess better luck next time," kind of thing. And then the robber he fucking robs the gate, and he goes and Spider-Man. He looks at Spider-Man. Oh, you could have stopped him. Oh, when that became my problem. So you should have paid him full, and he probably would have helped you.
But it's just the ridiculousness of he's a man with a gun.
Yeah,
there's no. That's not the right. All these years, that's the wrong lesson to teach. I know what they were going for, but listen here. A bullet is unpredictable.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. You trying to say stop that man with a gun? Stone Cold don't believe in that.
Beyond the dude having a gun, why should he stop you? You screwed him on his money.
No, well, yeah, I know that, but you can still be a hero.
No.
But if you got a gun, you don't. That's just the realm. That's just.
Yeah.
Is Spider-Man bulletproof? Did you want to find out right there? All right. Well, listen.
Oh, he didn't know.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah, he didn't know he had a healing factor or anything.
So I'm just trying to say that lesson doesn't age well.
Yeah.
I think that sucks. Anyway, the one thing I will say I love was when the Green Goblin made those people turn into skeletons.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked everything about Green Goblin besides the actual suit. But I understand the suit. It made sense because they try to make it a body armor kind of thing. But the helmet didn't make sense just because it's like, what's this protecting? What is that
He's
protecting?
Crazy. That's why.
It's not like he made the mask like after he went insane. The mask was made before that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so that whole costume was made before it, and it had different levels.
No, are you sure he wasn't already insane?
No, it was the serum that made him more insane.
Well,
it gave him a second personality.
Somebody made some bad decisions when they made the helmet.
Yeah, but it looked like Sentai, which I could appreciate, but it's not my favorite thing. I love the glider. I like the fact that he had the pumpkin bombs. Everything else they actually did pretty well with him.
He had me dying every time he was on screen.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I don't know if that was intended or not, but
I think his mannerisms in the scenes, his facial expressions and everything like that. Even when he talked as the evil one and shit like that, he had like his eyes kind of closed and he's just like a lot more evil and stuff like that. Like I think like if you would have found a way to like showcase his facial expressions in a Goblin mask, I think it would have been better. Just because William Dafoe has those facial expressions. His face is he looks like a goblin.
This is true.
Like he's perfect for that role. And like if you go into No Way Home and the way he looked, I would have accepted that more and actually have. Maybe like his eyes getting deteriorated and having that kind of go greenish and shit, or just having his face kind of get more like palish and have green highlights on it and shit. I would have took a little bit more besides the Power Ranger helmet, but other than that, like I thought he was a great villain so far. Like all the superhero movies we watched, probably one of the better villains that we have seen throughout those superhero movies we've been watching. And he was a fun character. Like even as evil as he was a fun character.
And he had hands.
Yeah.
Why was he so good?
Yeah.
Why he know how to throw hands like that? I don't understand. He was boxing them. Yo, when he first showed up when he killed all the board members.
Yeah.
And he was on the street taunting Spider-Man. He lumped up like 15 cops.
Yep.
It was hilarious. Like, wait a second. When did he train? What is going on?
Well, he had kind of like a super serum too.
But I'm just saying. And then when him and Spider-Man were going at it at the different points during the movie, it's not like the Green Goblin was just wildly swinging around. He was throwing, he had technique. I'm like, why is the Green Goblin? When did you do this, sir? Willem Dafoe, the scientist up in there? Because his character is scientist.
But he's rich too. So.
They don't ever say But usually when they do that, they highlight it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. You know, you like,
There's no
damn,
dojo in
son,
your house.
how many degree black belts you got?
Yeah.
All right, son. Like, Jesus.
There's no dojo
Good.
in your house. I don't see no black belt on you. I don't
'Cause-
see no karate championships in your trophy room.
Because to contrast,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, you could tell he couldn't fight. He just knew to punch, kick, and be like creative.
What was his in the comic book? His explanation of his fighting style. He fought like a crazy old lady.
I mean, there you go.
That was always Spider-Man's experience. Well, until Shang-Chi trained him, and then Shang-Chi trained him.
all I
and
have to
then he
say
learned how to
is,
fight.
not,
Yeah.
and it's not a negative thing, but that's halfway to Jackie Chan style. There you go.
Yeah.
Like half the stuff Jackie Chan does is just like, come on, man, you ain't doing that in a fight. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, somebody trying to kill me. I will slide under a chair. You ain't gonna get me.
Yeah, so I remember like, in the comic book, that's exactly what he called his fighting style, crazy old lady.
So there you go.
But yeah, you can see the novice in him as well, like him learning and him trying to get good at Spider. I did like the highlight of him learning his powers. I always had issues with the organic webbing because I always wanted the web shooters. And I feel like they did not explain the organic webbing and how it worked good enough. If it like drained him and stuff like that. In the second movie, I think you see it more, but in this one, like they don't really explain how or what helps it keep going.
Sure enough. I think they're giving at least they have enough of a, hey, this is different. Look at it.
Yeah. But I didn't like the organic webbing, and then the fact that they try to and like force that in the comic book too, and then that didn't last long either.
At least they explain. They go. The one thing they do is when they're explaining all the spiders, they tell you what.
Yeah.
Basically, what will happen to Spider-Man.
Yeah. And if he had organic,
gains.
and then if he had organic webbing, it would have came out his butt.
This is true. This is true.
I'm not the biggest fan of Kristen Dunst as Mary Jane Watson. I was never.
Yeah, I don't know why. What possessed him to pick her? Was she just the best actress out of everybody in the room? She was like, well, these other girls, they look good, but they kind of keep forgetting their lines or something.
Yeah. She never fit the motif of Mary Jane Watson from the comics for me. Like, it was never that. Like, I never saw her as Mary Jane, and never.
No.
Even before the movie started, when they picked it, I was like, I don't see her as it. And then when I watched the movie, I was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of her as Mary Jane. I have my view of Mary Jane.
Me neither.
So I'll say she's probably one of the least favorite characters in the movie. I had my issues with Harry Osborn too because he was just a whiny bitch sometimes and kind of annoyed me.
He was just a nothing character.
Yeah.
Him. I mean, no, Mary Jane. At least she had character.
Yeah.
But like he was just kind of nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He was just there.
Yeah. So
he was a plot point. That's it.
Yeah. But I think this movie did a good job in highlighting what Spider-Man is. I kind of got that motif of what his character was and the sacrifices he does and things like that. Like, and I think Aunt May was good. I think Uncle Ben and having him around was actually pretty good. But this also leads into a 1,000 times of seeing Uncle Ben die in movies. So, but I did like it. I did enjoy it, and it was a fun movie.
I think I want to give it a 3.75. That's it.
3.75.
Just leave it there. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I'm gonna go a little higher. I think this has I have a lot of love for this movie, and I think it's one of my favorite of the Sam. I think part 2 is a lot more. I have part 2 as a stronger movie, but I did like this movie as it is. So I'm gonna go 4. Damn, Pootie Tang is beating Spider-Man. That's crazy.
I mean, not in my book. None of my books. We don't have to watch the Scooby-Doo movie, but the Scooby-Doo movie will definitely beat Spider-Man.
Oh, wow. And
that was a crazy movie. If you've never seen the first Scooby-Doo movie with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar, that movie is nuts.
I watched him with Jackie, and something that annoyed the shit out of me is that he's driving perfectly with no thumbs, and it annoyed the shit out of me. He's driving a motorcycle perfectly with no thumbs.
Oh,
I was like, you need thumbs to rev the fucking engine. There's no way in hell you're driving that. I was like, why is it? I think the Jackie has sent me a post of us watching it one day, and I was like, why does he have? He has no thumbs. How he's driving so good? But yeah, so your Spider-Man is 375, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right now, your top 10. I'm gonna just keep it as top 10, so we don't have to go that far. So right now, Pootie Tang still hangs in number 1. Blade 2 is number 2. Rope to Petition is number 3. From Hell is number 4. Spider-Man is number 5. Unbreakables number 6. Ghost World is number 7. Josie and the Pussycats is number 8. Monkey Bones number 9. And Men in Black 2 is number 10 for you. Mine is Pootie Tang number 1. Spider-Man number 2. Rope to Petition is number 3. Blade 2 is number 4. From Hell is number 5. Unbreakables number 6. Ghost World is number 7. Josie and the Pussycat number 8. Monkey Bones number 9. And X-Men number 10. Next week, our movie is Ben Affleck, Daredevil.
Uh-oh. I've only seen this once.
I've seen it twice. I've seen one was the director's cut, which I think that's the one you should watch.
Okay. All right.
Unless you want to watch the original theatrical one. They just add a little bit more scenes to make sense, and I think it makes it a slightly better movie.
Okay. All right. All right.
So we have Daredevil next week. With the following week, we have American Splendor. After that is Bulletproof Monk, Hulk 2003, X-Men 2, X-Men United, and Underworld.
Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Scott Steiner is having a field day.
Oh man, I guess you don't like Underworld. Or
I don't think so.
Yeah. So that is our comic book theater movie this for next week. It is Ben Affleck's Daredevil. So yes, we'll be watching.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. Make sure you don't allow bears into your home. They will eat your kids. Make sure you catch us anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a WordPress.
Yep.
We got Mark.
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark with the mic. Follow our, again, Spotify, easiest way to listen to, our RedCycloneInc. We do have 2 weekly podcasts, which is the Guest Wrestler podcast and the Wrestling Babble. And our monthly, the Morphin Cast, our Shell Shock podcast, Not a Trekkie, and the Gamer Rage podcast. They all have new episodes coming, so definitely check those out. Also, follow our Facebook page, for RedCycloneInc and the Wrestling Babble. We are very active on there. There'll be live action, live polls this week. Today for Double or Nothing. So check that out. Yeah, and that's it. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Or give us 5-star review, or we send it to your house.